Flawless victory. Get over your destiny. Flawless victory. Fight!
Excellent. Cyrax. Sector. Smoke. Motaro. Jade. Kitana. Scorpion. Sub-Zero. Sonya. Jax. Marina. Johnny Cage. Raiden. Kung Lao. Reptile. Come on.
Flawless victory. Get over. Flawless victory. Fight!
The swarm brought ruin to our world. Our proud people became refugees. And yet, they could not shatter our unity. For we are bound by the Kala, the sacred union of our every thought and emotion. Today, we retake our homeworld, and with it, our legacy. The swarm brought ruin to our world. Our proud people became refugees. And yet, they could not shatter our unity. For we are bound by the Kala, the sacred union of our every thought and emotion. Today, we retake our homeworld, and with it, we retake our homeworld. We retake our home. We retake.
Hello everybody and welcome to the CSO Cup number 38. My name's Linglad and joining me this evening is the one and only GX Alpha. GX, what's up?
Hi.
Yeah, I mean I've got the bracket up
Wait.
on screen and we got a pretty stacked Cup 38. Looks like Angry Frog hasn't made it to the tournament, so Mindel VK looks like he's going to get the walk over there, but yeah, apart from that, looks like it's going to be a really good round of games.
Oh yeah, there are some familiar names, namely the highest in the
Yeah, I mean the top.
in the seedings, as in Zale, Magnicaract, Goblin, also Acheron,
Yeah.
and 11 often playing in this tournament, but there are also quite a few new names. Names that we haven't seen at least often. Say, Controller Slava.
Elbow Mittens.
Looking at the lobbies.
Yeah.
Sorry?
Elbow Mittens. Also someone
Yeah.
I've never seen before. It's good to see some new sign-ups for the first official CSO tournament of the year.
And seeing the chat, quite a few of them Master and Grandmaster. So let's hope we have a nice little evening.
Yeah, well, I mean, our first game is ready to go, so let's get right into this one. Spawning in the bottom left-hand corner with the red Terran SCVs. Playing for Team Rotti, it's Cuckoo.
And their opponent in the top right with the blue Terran SCVs. So we're starting off with a TVT. It's Elbow Mittens.
I mean, a TV.
Like you said, I have not seen so far.
Yeah. And let's see how it goes up against Cuckoo. Cuckoo, a familiar name to me. Definitely heard of Cuckoo and definitely seen quite a few of his games. Not many, but a few. So let's see what Elbow Mittens can bring to the table. And a TVT to kick us off. Let's hope it's not a 40-minute game one split map scenario. Or let's hope for that, and let's see what both these players bring in terms of their late game. And that's 3 racks on the way for Elbow Mittens. There's an early gas and 3 racks. So it looks like Elbow Mittens. What the gas is it? 2 gas? Yeah, it's 2 gas. It's going to be 3 racks Reaper, I think. Cuckoo sending the Scout's SCV across, but Elbow Mittens is going to get that second supply depot in time, down in time, so that SCV won't actually get into Scouts to see what's going on, but yeah, Elbow Mittens looking to bring the heat in game 1.
Yep, that's looking close the wall. Nothing to see for the red SCV here.
I mean, I think the thing there for Cuckoo to see is that Elbow Mittens is making a Reaper first and not skipping the Reaper and going straight into Reactor.
Yeah. But so did Cuckoo.
Yeah, so this first Reaper of Elbow Mittens is almost at Cuckoo's base. Cuckoo is going to see. And, oh, good grenade there. They do trade a couple shots, but Reaper number 2 is on its way in. Doesn't look like Elbow Mittens is going to stop making Reapers. These two meet up and still 4 Reapers on the side of Elbow Mittens to the 1 of Cuckoo. Hellion on its way, so... Oh.
Yep, getting the SCV, that's a nice pickoff. Don't even try to get in. Leaving Cuckoo enough time to close the depot. There's now 4 Reapers. I can jump off the cliff.
Yeah, they get another SCV. These 4 Reapers are going to cause quite a bit of mayhem, yeah, but the second...
Yeah, I mean... Okay, 2 Reapers from Cuckoo now gonna join, and Swiftness back.
Yeah, I think Elbow Mitten's just overcommitting a little bit too much here, not rallying all his Reapers together. And
Yeah, and still only building Reapers.
yeah,
Like, in the long term, you can't outproduce Cuckoo. He also builds Hellions. And has a star pod on the way. If I'm not mistaken, there is not even a factory from Elbow Mittens.
yeah, that's right. Elbow Mitten's really sticking on this 3-Rax Reaper strat, and
I don't think it'll pay off.
yeah, really heavily committed to this, and yeah, Cuckoo gonna clean this up, and really, I really don't see Elbow Mittens getting too much done. Yeah. GG gets called, and Cuckoo is gonna take game once. Elbow Mittens trying to be hyper aggressive in the first game and not quite getting it right. But good to
Yeah,
see.
there was a situation when the 3 Reapers were in the mineral line where I thought, hey, if they now get that 1 Reaper and Hellion, they could wreak some serious havoc. But Cuckoo's Reapers popped out in time. And that put an end to it. Nice try, map 2. I think is what you'd say here.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good hold by Cuckoo and getting the Hellions out. I think the reacted Reapers that just popped out there, as the second Hellion popped out and the 2 reacted Reapers popped out, the Cuckoo pretty much had it cleaned up there. I think if Elbow Mittens had dove into the mineral line and looked to sacrifice those Reapers anyway and get more economic damage, that might have been a better play. But yeah, let's hop into map number 2, which is going to be Curious Minds. Spawning in the bottom right hand corner, the red Terran SUVs for Team Rotti once again. It's Cuckoo.
And his opponent in the top left with the blue SUVs. We have Elbow Mittens. Again going for an early gas. Just like in game 1. We're gonna see the same builds unfold. That'd be funny.
Yeah, it would be quite funny. And I wonder if that's Elbow Mittens just saying, oh, I made a couple of mistakes in the first game. That should have done a lot more than what it did. And maybe Elbow Mittens thinks if he does it again with some better control, he takes the map.
As a second gas, but Cuckoo going double gas as well. I think the second gas for Cuckoo is gonna finish before the second gas of Elbow Mittens, yeah.
Yeah, just. But I'm curious to see what happens here. I mean, Cuckoo's got his SUV going across the map, so he's gonna get that early scout. Is Elbow Mittens gonna close off before Cuckoo gets there? Probably, judging by that. Oh,
Nope, gonna go for the factory.
go straight 1-1.
That's Cuckoo for the Reaper first. Also, once again.
But supply depot comes down just in time to stop Cuckoo from getting in. But I mean, the SCV at the top of that ramp definitely sees that factory. So, and it's a tech lab building on the barracks of Elbow Mitten. So, skipping the Reaper entirely and going straight into a tech lab. I wonder if this is going to be if the factory is going to swap over and this is going to be for Widow Mount. The factory is definitely going to swap onto that tech lab. That's cool. Let's see. Right now, the only thing Elbow Mittens has at home to defend this Reaper is 1 Marine. It's going to be an early tank. Very quick tank, but...
Yeah, I mean, what's that Reaper actually?
It's going to get an SUV. Yeah.
Yep.
Slows down the starport.
Jumps up the cliff.
Yeah,
And gets the Marine with some nice micro.
Yeah, definitely wins that part. And he's going to get it.
Oh!
Gets a second
Gets
SUV.
it.
Yeah.
Now the tank's gonna come out. As the Reaper gets a third
Wow.
SCV. Oh my. That's been an effective Reaper.
Yeah, I mean on the side of Cuckoo, he's building his natural expansion on location, starports on the way, tech lab on the factory. So Cuckoo's also taking up, but I really like the fact that Cuckoo's taken his natural expansion. The second CC for Alba Mittens hasn't even started yet, so Cuckoo's definitely going to be ahead in that regard. But Alba Mittens going one base here with reacted Vikings, so I don't know if he's expecting anything from Cuckoo in terms of air, or if he just wants to be sure to be ahead in the air game already.
I mean, he does a little push out now, which I think barely did not get scouted by the Reapers, which, however, will now enter the main base and find nothing to fight them off.
Oh.
And Alba Mittens just walks across the map, takes his boys, and tries to defend against the Reapers. I don't think SCVs are able to out-micro them.
Yeah. And
So this is escalating rather quickly. There is a tank on the side of Cuckoo, which will get pushed back.
Wow, that's a very heavily shelled Marine. I mean, on the side of Alba Mittens, 12 SCVs have gone down. Two Vikings,
now.
Yeah, land at home to try to clean up these Reapers, but I mean, it's 8
The Reapers
SCVs
are
to
staying there.
26. Definitely not a position you want to be in, really. 8 SCVs to 26. Alba Mittens really going for a one base all-in strategy
Yeah,
here.
he will need to finish this off right here, right now. And he's not really going for the moves. Here come two Vikings from Cuckoo. And Air Supremacy is gone.
Yeah, Cuckoo definitely
For
in a
Alba
commanding
Mittens.
position, yeah.
Now, two additional Vikings from Alba Mittens. These are the ones that thought the Reapers would arrive. They get the first shots off. So they should win, except their SAVs, of course. Well,
Yeah, I mean, as you said, Alba Mittens really needs to end this now, but I mean, there's reacted
Yeah,
Vikings that have just
depends,
popped
really.
up for Cuckoo, and air support's gone. Yeah. GGWP. Well played to Cuckoo, and Cuckoo's going to get the 2-0 there. Very nicely done by Cuckoo, and yeah, I mean,
yeah, gets a nice clean 2-0.
yeah, it was rank 4 against rank 13, so Alba Mittens, you know, trying to bring the heat to someone that is ranked a bit above him and trying to be pretty aggressive. Didn't pay off this time, but kudos to him for, you know, giving it a bit of fighting spirit to.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, it looks like.
in the next match, we will have Cuckoo face off against Mindel VK. Another regular of the CSO Cup. We're probably gonna cast that game.
I was wondering if we do the Nicarak Jeros. What do you think of doing Nicarak Jeros?
Oh, if Jaros Aztecs has finished up, I'd be okay with that as well. So we'll figure that out. And we'll be back after a short break. See you in a second.
The swarm brought ruin to our world. Our proud people became refugees. And yet, they could not shatter our unity. For we are bound by the Kala, the sacred union of our every thought and emotion. Today, we retake our homeworld. And with it, we retake our homeworld. We retake our home. We retake.
Hello everybody and welcome back to the CSO Cup number 38. Looks like we have another match lined up. I mean, we did mention, I mentioned maybe doing Nicorak Jeros. But it looks like we've got Goblin versus Acheron. So it'll be a real spicy round 2 game. GX, what do you think of these two players?
Oh, I like both of them. I might perhaps like Acheron a little more because of his clan tag.
Yeah, a little bit of representation here for CSO. Good to see.
And totally no caster bias. A CSO player in the CSO tournament casted on the CSO channel. I don't see any problem with that.
Yeah,
These are definitely legitimate interests. We also had all the other round 1 matches, or the other round 1 match finish, where Slava beat Control in a 2-1. So yeah, they basically all around 2 matches starting at the same time. And so does this one.
Yeah. I mean, do you want to introduce our first player?
Yeah, sure. In spawning in the top right for Team Roddy, second Team Roddy player today, he's Goblin.
And in the bottom left with the green Terran SCVs for Team CSO, it's Acheron.
That the Heroes of the Storm badge on the ground there.
I have no idea. I would be lying if I gave you an answer. I don't want to embarrass myself on stream.
So we have Probe on a normal timing. We have an SCV. Yeah, I guess it's not terribly early, but yeah, okay. It's
an NG bay block.
doing NG block.
Yeah. I mean, if you
Nothing
look at
really
the,
unusual here.
Yeah, you look at the Fog of War, you see the SCV actually took an roundabout path just to not be scouted by the probe making its way across the map, and looks like Goblin's just going to go ahead and take third base as his natural. Not too perturbed about timings and what have you. The NG Bay gets cancelled. Acheron seeing that, yeah, well, it served its purpose and now forced the Protoss player to take an expansion 1 away, and then would be seen as ideal. But
yeah, I mean, we see our players somewhat often go for that, for third base.
Yeah.
Location if they get hedge blocked.
Yeah.
By these nasty little Protoss.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, I mean, let's see. I mean, that probe was in a position. I was wondering if Goblin was going to throw down another Nexus. It went back to the perfect position to throw down another Nexus, but yeah, I mean, Acheron's SCV going up to the 12 o'clock position. Looks like he's going to throw down a bunker. Yeah, that is a bunker, and that's...
yeah, and that's right outside the vision
Yeah, that is
of
right.
that Nexus, because Protoss buildings don't have that much vision
Yeah.
when they're building.
It is
He has yet to scout it, and we'll see it now. Nothing he can do about that now, really.
yeah, pull the...
Gets his pylon in the back.
Yeah, and it is reacted Reapers on the side of Acheron, so There'll be a little bit of annoyance coming out on this from the side of the Terran, but coming into
Yeah, honestly, I think that might be a lot of annoyance. Because, well, now you don't just have that, but also the base is terribly far away from your home.
Hmm.
I think this is pretty nice. I was also wondering if the probe was trying to proxy something in the back of his own natural, or where the natural should usually be.
Reapers pick up a probe. Akron doing a good job at keeping both these Reapers alive. Both of those taking a single shot each, so there we go. This is going to be some nice bunker macro here. There's now 4 Reapers in the bunker and an SCV-2 repair, so yeah, this is looking really good for Acheron at the moment.
Yeah, the sheep battery has just finished. And obviously there is an overcharge available.
Yeah, blink on
So
the
if
way.
things get really dicey, should be able to survive, but this is
Oh, nice pick off there
it's
by
really annoying.
Goblin.
Does he get the savage? No, he doesn't.
He doesn't. Nice clean up by Goblin. Gets the SCV and yeah, with enough stalkers in time that Acheron's
That's
not
still... I would say it's still a good bit of damage and annoyance that Acheron has dealt here.
yeah, nice early game
Force
harass.
some more stalkers out of Goblin.
Yeah, and I mean
Will
these
now take his Reapers in the main. 4 Reapers, nearly one-hitting probes. So close, and fighting the recall.
yeah, good early game here by Acheron. As the dust settles, I mean, there's a robo facility on the way, another gateway on the side of Goblin, and stim and combat shields. Not too far away for Acheron, so both players looking to take up and blink about 90% of the way done. So Goblin gonna look to be a bit annoying. There we go. There's the timer. 10 seconds to go.
I was actually a little surprised to see the stalkers kill the Reaper. The Reapers must have been caught out sleeping on the map. As we now have this little push out.
Yeah, blink done. Stim and combat shields. Well, stim 9 seconds away. Combat shields done. So the Marines get extra 10 HP.
Yep, no concussive shell or anything yet for the Marauders, but
+1 attack.
it still has a good bit of damage. But that might clear out of the Stalkers of Goblin. 2 very low, but both are alive, and that's the most important thing for Goblin. Concussive shells now on the way. It doesn't take terribly long.
Yeah, I mean, Acheron only making Marines and Marauders at the moment. No Medivacs on the way, so he's really looking to hit quite early and get some damage done here on the side of the process, but on the side of the Protoss. But with no Medivacs,
Yeah, as he stims now. As you said, stim very expensive. Gets the battery. Will now just melt through these Stalkers. They're having to run.
yeah, 6 probes.
They
going
might
down.
get cornered by the Stalkers
Yeah.
from behind, which stopped living.
I mean, nice clean up there by Goblin, really minimizing the damage, only losing 6 probes there. Acheron was definitely looking to hit hard, and
Yeah.
Goblin
6 probes and 4 Stalkers, that's
for that
a
Bioforce,
reasonable attempt.
Yeah.
Defense.
Yeah, for what Acheron had out on the map there, I think well done by Goblin for only taking those losses. Yeah, Goblin now coming forward with Stalkers
And finds the forces from behind, which will make the fighting a little awkward for Acheron. Again, take some losses. But now also Stalkers going down. Oh, that blink. Goblin.
yeah, +1 armor on the way here for Acheron, but that's still very far away. And like I said, there's no Medivacs with this Bio army, with this Bioforce, so every stim is permanent damage to these Bio units as these Stalkers of Goblin are now putting pressure on this bunker. And oh, yeah, there's a mule that's been called down to repair, so, and a couple SCVs, so
I mean, a
Acheron,
mule that's used to repair is usually not a good thing.
yeah.
Because it could have been quite a few minerals.
Yeah, but I mean, Ghost Academy on the way for Acheron. So definitely looking to take up a bit here. First two medivacs are about to pop, and that's what I was really looking to see is a little bit of sustainability to this bio forces. War Prism on the way, 4 more gates, and a Templar Archives here for Goblins. So both players looking to get into some sort of late game tech. Acheron.
Where is that base playing from? Oh, right. He built it on the natural.
Yeah, it was in the wall of the natural where the bunker was.
I already forgot.
Yeah.
And these stalkers getting chased across the map. Some zealots now joining in, which should make it
These are
much better.
zealots with charge as well. I mean, you can see just their standard movement speed looks so good.
Yeah. And that might just make it difficult for Acheron.
Yeah, that's a lot of charge slots there, and there's no splash here on the side of the Terran. There's no tanks or anything to fall back on, and that's a lot of bio. So Acheron is able to turn Goblin away. Well, I mean, without any
All the
splash.
time being, that is.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a bank out of Acheron, so definitely a little scared. And there's been a drop with 9 probes falling.
Oh, very nicely done. Yeah, I mean, oh, that observer
Oh,
getting
that's
away.
over. Yeah.
Wow, that observer gets away with 11 HP. Well, unlucky for Acheron not to pick that up, but yeah, so far it's a 4 base Protoss against a 3 base Terran, so
Vance is spotting Zealot.
yeah, well, I mean,
Kills it and of course has to abort the move out because, well, it's been scouted. Doesn't make much sense then.
I mean, +2 attack on the way for the Terran and for the Protoss as well. 2 ghosts being added into the composition here for Acheron, so yeah,
And here's a little move out.
2
I think
mortals.
that's High Templars in there. Yes, it is in the prism. And they have Storm,
Yep, Storm is done.
gathering energy. So it gets a good look at the army
Yeah,
of Acheron.
Marine Marauder mine. Couple ghosts in here as well, so I think a ghost looking to get a couple EMPs down.
Let's see if that works out. Gets an EMP, snipes the prism, or I'm not sure what the prism was doing there. But
Yep.
this fight has been going absolutely amazing for Acheron. First the EMP on the
I think on the,
Immortal, and then for some reason the prism was rallied into the army.
yeah, I mean, this bio force here for Acheron is actually very low on HP. I think he needs to let these medivacs do their job for it, but these 3 Widow Mines have also just refreshed, so they're ready to go once again if another round of charge lots goes in.
And here comes the other round. Nice EMP. Some decent Widow Mine shots, and a Goblin immediately abandons the base.
That's going to be a nice pick off here for Acheron. Yeah, those Widow Mines doing a good job at zoning these Stalkers out. They do have blinks, so I mean, Stalkers can wait for the mine to fire and then just blink away, but as you just saw. Oh, a very good EMP there, catching quite a bit of the army, so
As we continue, more Zealots. And the army of Acheron is getting smaller and lower in HP. I think this is still mostly the army from his first push. While Goblin has put so much into this.
yeah, I mean,
And here come the reinforcements.
yeah, and just look at the army supply. They're 79 to 31. I mean, you can see that Acheron's done a good job at keeping his army alive, even though it's on, I mean, the red bars. A lot of them were on red bars for a lot of the time there as well. I mean, he's done a good job at keeping his units alive, and the supplies are showing at 157 to 112.
Yeah,
Acheron,
even ahead in SCVs as a Terran.
yeah,
That's rather impressive.
and a fourth CC on the way for Acheron. So really good. This TVP is really ramping up. These 2 really good players, and good to see them duking it out here. Really throwing heavy punches in. This is turning out to be a really good game. 3-3 on the way for both players. So the first Colossus as well on the way for Goblin. So Goblin looking to get some splash in his army. And I'm not too sure if Thermal Lance is done. No, Thermal Lance isn't done yet. But oh, Goblin almost blinking into the army there of Acheron. That was going to be a couple dead stalkers. Like just gets away there. Thermal Lance still not on the way here. So
the map is becoming a minefield in this
Acheron
area.
going for a doom drop. I mean, that's 5 medivacs.
Getting the Temporary Archives would be big.
Wow.
And he does get it. Even unpowers. No, he doesn't unpower anything. That's just a pylon.
Yeah.
And these missiles flying up and down. Somewhere else, 20 probes have fallen. Oh.
Ooh.
These Widow Mines just walked in.
Triple Widow Mine drop. Getting quite a bit of economic damage here. And Acheron really doing a good job of keeping Goblin's attention one side while doing something else on the other side of the map. And almost doubling the worker supply at the moment. So, oh, good EMP as well.
Yeah, second EMP kind of misses, but Archon immediately falls.
Yeah.
Does need to watch out for these Colossus.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think Acheron should be standing and fighting the way he was there. He lost quite a big chunk of his army, and Goblin takes a pretty good fight there.
Yeah, he does.
Even though Acheron's almost doubled the supply of Goblin really did a good job at pushing that attack back and buying himself a bit of time. Plus,
yeah, some Vikings now joining for Acheron to better fight these Colossus. I think actually Colossus is the proper plural.
Colossus or Colossi? I have no
think
idea.
Colossus or something. I don't care, honestly.
Yeah, I mean that one random marauder's probably still stuck on this little shelf over here. Or is that a Widow Mine? It's a Widow Mine, it's a Widow Mine.
Yeah. The Marauder got killed off by the Stalkers, which will now find this job.
Yeah, I mean, I like what Goblin did there. Was blinked back and then tried to target down the medivac. Oh, picks up the Robo.
Was quite big.
That's nice. Really nice.
Did not get the Twilight, but this is so important infrastructure for Goblin. And Acheron is slowly but surely making sure it all gets removed.
Yeah, I mean, gets 2 gates there as well, so if we have a look, it's 8 gates still here for Goblin, so I mean, it's not as if he's lost too much infrastructure, but you don't want to be remaking structures when you could be investing that money and time into something else. And oh, what a nice observer there by Goblin. Sees the army move out here, and yeah, it's not in a great position now, but wow, the blanket on those EMPs is so good. As looks like Acheron's trying to press the issue here at the 4th base, but he's dropping in the main as well, so he's going to start working on this Nexus. Drops in the main, and Acheron hitting on 2 sides.
Yeah, he's not really winning either fight, but it's enough to make Goblin realize how far he's behind, and that is a 1-0
lead.
1-0 lead.
Yeah, very nicely done by Acheron. I mean, both players playing really, really well there, but I think Acheron just slightly ahead. Even though he took an unfavorable fight, I mean, in the early game with no Medivac. Remember, he lost his entire Bioforce there, and Goblin got the cleanup, but yeah, Acheron getting the 1-0. Looks like we're pretty much ready to head into map number 2. It's going to be 2000 atmosphere. And yeah, these players are ready to rock and roll. We're about to get this game underway.
Yes, we are. Go from both players. Countdown going. And we'll load into the map.
Yeah, I'd really like to see what Goblin brings to the table this time. I mean, Acheron is a really good player, but yeah, like I say, I'm keen to see what Goblin brings to the table. As we have spawning in the bottom left-hand side, the blue Protoss probes currently down 1-0 from Team Rotti. It's Goblin. Good to see a nice Team Rotti representation.
And his opponent in the top right with the green Terran SCVs. We have CSO's Acheron. Not sending an SCV across immediately. Goblin does send out a problem. A building in an interesting location. Making sure Reapers can't get in that easily. Traditional wall, or I say traditional wall on the ramp.
Yeah, pretty stock standard high ground
For
wall here
Acheron.
for Acheron. I mean, there's a
It's not really untraditional to see the wall where Goblin has it, so
yeah. I mean, normally well, I mean, I say normally, but recently I've seen Protoss players building their buildings at the jump up spot for the Reaper and just blocking that off completely and saying, well, Reapers can't jump up into the main via that jump spot anymore.
yeah.
That's
I think one consideration there is that you then only have to defend the ramp. And not potentially another spot.
Yeah,
And honestly, how often is someone gonna try to early rush you so that you actually need the wall here? Because it'll be protected by the natural pretty early, whereas the Reaper location, you could get in there also later in the game.
yeah.
If you really wanted to. For now, though, we have another bunker, which is gonna be an annoyance as the Reaper arrives. And Deb will arrive, chase the Reaper into the bunker.
It's gonna make it just in time.
He's
So nice.
once again. It will be annoying. Blocking some probes from mining.
Oof. Adept goes flying from the Reaper mine, but doesn't really take any damage from it. Acheron in the meantime is going to proxy a starport at 9 o'clock and he's starting Hellion production, so looks like Acheron is going to do a little bit of a Hellion drop. This bunker with
Yeah,
the
nothing
Reaper
too unusual there.
Oh, get in the bunker!
Oh.
So
I think
nice.
it could have killed it if it wasn't on move command.
Yeah, I think that second shot would definitely have killed it. But I mean, this Reaper in the bunker in the natural of Goblin still being really annoying and forcing a little bit of shield battery energy. Oh, the Adept gets out, so nice. You know, forcing a little bit of shield battery energy drainage, and the Reaper gets out as well. So that's very nicely done by Acheron. Goblin is aware that the Hellions are on the map and that Acheron is making Hellions. I wonder if he's suspecting that there's going to be a Hellion drop, because yeah, 4 Hellions are making their way to the 9 o'clock position. They should get there by the time the medevac finishes, and it's really nice timing here from Acheron. Oh, look at the timing of that, man. That's so smooth.
Yeah, these Terrans have it
Have it down.
properly timed.
Yeah, really nice.
Double then can fly home.
Yep.
As the other direction. You can unload outside of vision.
Oh, what a nice block there by... There's a really good pylon there by... Is it a pylon? Yeah, it was a pylon.
Yeah, it's a problem.
Good pylon there by Goblin to block off the entrance there for the...
Oh, these pro pylon micro.
Yeah, so good. And Goblin pulls
He
them.
did lose 2 probes, but that's an okay amount for now.
Yeah, I mean,
Assuming the Medivac doesn't get in at some point again. But it can just stay here, pinning these 3 stalkers. 4 stalkers. Because if these move away, there will be a dead mineral line.
yeah, I mean those pro blocks just remind me of the Zerg players throwing down Evo chambers and stuff. Just so quick to react to blocking units from getting in, and really nicely done there by Goblin. Kudos to him, and that was such a good job of minimizing the amount of damage he takes from the Hellion drop.
Yeah, totally.
I mean, the starport's landed at the natural for Akron, so that's finally made its way all the way home, and yeah, it looks like a couple reactors just on the add-ons, just as the add-ons of choice here for Akron. So both players looking to take up. The Robo's done, and Observer's almost completed for Goblin, and the Forge is on the way. So it looks like both players not looking to do any attacks at the moment. They're just gonna fill out their tech tree and get into a nice launching pad to do an attack and hopefully snowball something. I really like to see Goblin take a map off of Akron and take us to a game 3 2000 atmospheres. Is
No, we'll see about that.
a decent map.
Acheron's army supply
Yeah,
rising rather dramatically at the moment.
yeah, doubling
As
that.
he's pumping out these marines, tanks, and medivacs.
Yeah.
And I tell you, if he doesn't watch for a second, some probes will fall. However, the battery did a good job. It's nearly drained, but it made sure most of the probes survived, and yeah, we'll see why Acheron has been pumping out the army.
Okay.
Flies out his small marine hit squad.
As Goblin moves across the map with a couple stalker, like a stalker hit squad of his own.
Did they see each other?
Yeah. Oh.
I'm not sure they did. But here comes the army of Acheron. The main push,
Wow.
pulling 10 or 15 boys even. Maybe more. How many is that? 14. Zealots arriving. But Goblin knows that if he survives this, he's in a good position. But first of all, he has to survive it.
Yeah, I mean that's quite a lot of stim bio with +1. Acheron with an upgrade lead
And
at the moment.
all these first tank shells.
Yeah, I was gonna say Acheron probably gonna leapfrog these tanks forward, and well, a couple Marines getting stuck there, but that's not such a big deal. Oh. First disruptor's out, so there's a disruptor here on the side of Goblin. If Acheron,
Let's see what it can do.
yep,
Bruises the tank. Not the optimal target, but it's alright.
yeah, they are,
Because the SCVs aren't gonna waste time on repairing it. They have to fight.
yeah, or they have to tank.
Yeah,
I mean this is
and die a horrible death.
This push from Acheron has so much DPS, but Goblin's got charge lots and some stalkers. This Nexus is probably going to go down. I mean, these tanks are positioned quite far back, and they're in a really good position here. But yeah, Goblin's just going to sack the space. He's just going to say, well, let's give up the space, and this is his tournament life on the line.
Yeah,
here, so
I mean, sacking the base is totally okay. Seeing what, oh, that's a nice hit. Seeing what Acheron has, being on 2 bases and just investing everything in here.
yeah,
Goblin expanding behind this. I'm not sure about that, Goblin. You have the work advantage. No need to really put too much in it. In the economy. There's another disruptor. Doesn't get anything.
Liberator joins the fight here and sets up a liberation zone. The Protoss is going to move past it, but Yeah, there's a couple Archons join
These
them,
Archons are so good.
and a Colossus.
Unfortunately, they're also dead, but
Yeah,
yep, that was
nice.
that was all that Acheron had. As we said, nothing behind it. Goblin did survive, and brings it to a 1-1.
Yeah, nicely done. Nicely done by Goblin. Akron had such a strong force there. I mean, I was thinking to myself, like, how is Goblin going to hold this? But I think a couple warpins of Zealots there. The Liberation Zone gets set up, and the Protoss just charges straight past the Liberation Zone into the tank fire. Zealots getting on top of those tanks and almost deleting them. Really put Protoss in such a good position there. The Colossus that joined the fight after those 3 Archons went down also. A really clutch move there by Goblin, and yeah, Goblin gets his first point on the board. Nice, good to see. I was hoping
Yep.
this goes to a game 3, and I mean, I get my wish. Both players playing really well in both games, and Acheron looking to hit with a really hard 2-base attack. I mean, the first push had 5 tanks, and then I think it went up to 7 or 8 tanks, and it looked really solid. Goblin doing a good job of not overextending to defend that 4th base, and like you said, he was expanding behind it. He didn't really need to expand, but I like the fact that he was thinking, if I hold this and I expand, I'm in a much better position. I think he was
Yeah, I was a little worried that he might not be able to hold if he expands, but he did. He measured it, and it was okay.
I mean, and kicking us off on Glittering Ashes in the top right-hand corner. Just won the last map, and let's see if he gets a bit of momentum with this one. Playing for Team Rotti, it's Goblin.
And his opponent in the bottom left. Playing for CSO, we have Acheron.
Oh.
Hello, sir.
Oh, this is gonna be interesting. It looks like it's only 1 proxy racks for now.
Yeah, probe moving straight across.
He's gonna see that Rax is not at home.
Oh, there is a second probe. Okay, that's just gonna chill at home and go expand. Oh, an early expansion could bite him.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely what Goblin's going for here. Gateway expand, which, I mean, it's not really early, but it's pretty standard. Even though he sees that there's no barracks at home, so he must know that it's proxied somewhere, whether it's just outside the main or on his side of the map.
What he doesn't know is it just 1?
Yeah.
Is it 3? Where is it? Is it on my side of the map, or is he just faking the proxy in the 3rd?
Yeah. Oh,
But I think he gets an idea. Throws down a pylon as he sees the bunker getting built.
yeah, some RNG here for the SCV. Oh, good RNG there by Acheron. You stop building and then tell the SCV to build again, and oh, RNG. Oh, the Reaper shows up, and that's gonna be able to drive this probe away, and yeah, Reaper, this one definitely gonna pick up this 1 probe, and oh, what a nice spot there for the SCV to pop in and not take any damage from the Zealot. Zealot's gonna start working away at this bunker as this Reaper pops up into the main, and oh, the probe's gonna try get us around here, but Reaper picks up 3 probes, and he's gonna land up getting into the bunker. Oh, SCV pops into the bunker, and now there's 2 Reapers in there, so that Zealot's not gonna be able to stand his ground and fight. So yeah, there's 2 Reapers.
Street battery getting built. Let's see what the Stalker can do. Gets another probe.
I mean, I think that's the 5th probe that Acheron's got in this game so far. So really, really nicely done.
So Barrett moves home, so it's not a lot of commitment.
Yeah.
Behind this already has built his factory. I'm just going for a starport. Oh, these Reapers dodging all the Stalker lasers.
Yeah. Acheron, really good decision making there. Sees that the shield battery's about to finish up, pulls back home, salvages the bunker, cuts all any losses there, knowing that the Reapers aren't going to be able to do much against the shield battery.
Yeah, that's 5 probes in total. Gone down. Plus somehow Acheron lost 57 minerals. Not sure where that math comes from. Because he didn't... Did he salvage 2 bunkers? Oh, that wouldn't be correct either.
And the barracks was also flying back to the Protoss side of the map, and now it's going back home. So, Acheron.
Well, that must have been a misclick.
Yeah. Oh,
Widow Mine just walking in. It's not a lot of the... Oh, getting the Unburrow even. To deny mining as long as possible.
Oh,
oh, another Unburrow.
Ah,
hello!
This is
that
very...
micro.
Yeah, cool. As long
I
as
talked about Stalker micro in the last game, this is the Widowmine micro this game.
Yeah, I think as long as this macro's not slipping behind. There's 2 more racks on the way in the tank, so... even though Acheron's down 6 supply at the moment, which is actually all in workers, Goblin's managed to... I mean, if he hadn't lost those 5, he'd be up... I mean, he'd be up 12 workers now. If he hadn't lost those 5, so... Yeah, I mean, these Widow Mines are gonna get into this medevac, go for a drop, but there's a Stalker patrolling there. I think there's a second Stalker that's joined just north of this. Yeah. Oh no, it's 2 Phoenix.
Oh, it's Phoenixes.
Even better.
Well, that's that medevac. Question is, oh, he didn't spot it in time. We'll be able. Oh, lift 1 Widow Mine and a probe.
Oh, he didn't actually finish off that Widow Mine, so that first Widow Mine could have actually burrowed there.
Because both Phoenixes, which at the time he only had 2, were lifting something.
Yeah.
Now the medevac is dead.
Yeah, and actually like this position for Goblin. The worker count has evened up, but apart from losing those 5 probes in the beginning, Goblin actually hasn't taken much damage. Now he's got some Phoenix to counter any sort of drops or stuff that come in from Acheron, so the Phoenix do give him quite a bit of map presence. They are really fast and really allow him to get in.
Yeah, I might be able to pick up some workers or marines. I'll just take a quick look.
Yeah, this is I like the addition of the Phoenix here for Goblin. Yeah, as you said, pick up a couple workers. Oh, picks up a mule. Gets 2 SCVs and a mule. That's cool.
Yep, 1 Phoenix is taking a bit of damage. As long as that's not in the front when he moves out then in the next time.
Yeah.
That should be fine. It is in the front, so I'm not too sure about that.
Yeah, getting a couple more SCVs. Templar Archives on the way in charge, about to finish here for Goblin, so... Yeah, Goblin
This
getting...
turret will
Go.
will drive the Phoenixes away from that particular spot. Just the 1 turret. So won't be able to do too much. Phoenix is going in again. Again, picking up a worker, but not getting any damage.
Yeah, I mean the army explosion for Acheron is just so big.
Oh, if you could get the medivacs, that would be rather big. It's a Widow Mine.
Yeah, I mean Acheron and Goblin a minute and a half ago, their army supply was really similar, and Acheron just seems to explode with them.
Yeah, and a lot of goblins and phoenixes.
Yeah, Goblin does have charge loss. Let me have a look at the units
And
tab.
5 gates on the way. The question is that early enough?
Yeah, 5 gates gonna finish, and then still the warp gates on top of that. So
I'll get the tank picked up for a second. Doesn't get the kill.
Stasis ward only picks off one marine, so yeah. Yeah, these Phoenix of Goblin actually doing a pretty good job of stopping the Terran infantry from actually pushing in here. Because as soon as the Terran infantry leaves that tank alone, the Phoenix are going to pop in and lift it, and that's really keeping Acheron from pushing in. Now,
Yeah,
Goblin's
also
going to pull the
lifting
trigger.
these medevacs. Not medevacs, Widow Mines.
Yeah, Goblin pulls the trigger a little bit early there. I think loses quite a few Zealots. Acheron
Yeah,
pulls
and
the
in
boys.
come the boys. I think
Ooh-wee.
this is Acheron's game to win. Looking at the army of Goblin, which really isn't there anymore. The tag is nice and all, but I'm pretty sure Goblin can see the army quite fine.
Yeah, I think Acheron needs to sort of forget the base and actually pull in and stop another couple warping rounds happening here. The SCVs pulling to the front to tank the Zealots, and I think Acheron might just have enough here. The Zealots actually end up going down, and
looks like it.
the only thing left here for the Goblin is an Immortal, a Stalker, and a couple Zealots
He
walking in.
finishes.
Yeah,
And there's
Acheron.
nothing really that
Yeah,
Goblin can do right now.
yeah, Acheron in a commanding position here. He's only got two medevacs with this army. Another two are on the way, so yeah, GG.
That's it. Well done. Both of them. But it's Acheron who moves on to round 2. Yeah, 3. AKA the semi-finals. Either against Nicorect or against Jaros.
I can actually tell you
Against Jaros.
Yeah, it's gonna be
It is
against
Jaros.
Zeros.
And then in the
Others.
utmost quarterfinals, Ziomac beat Slava 2-0. Okay, apparently that's a walkover for Jaros. Good thing we didn't try to cast that. So, yeah, then I assume next up will be Jaros versus Acheron. Alternatively, perhaps Ziomax versus Kuku or Mindel VK. However, that does not appear to have finished so far. So we'll sort that out, and we'll be right back after a short break. See you in a second.
The swarm brought ruin to our world. Our proud people became refugees. And yet, they could not shatter our unity. For we are bound by the Kala, the sacred union of our every thought and emotion. Today, we retake our homeworld. And with it, our legacy.
Your destiny. Flawless victory. Get over. Your destiny. Flawless victory. Fight!
Hello everybody and welcome back to CSO Cup 38. I mean, after that epic PVT between Acheron and Goblin, Acheron taking the 2-1, we're going to go into our first semi-final. We've got Zyomech SC up against Mindle VK. GX, what do you think of these two players?
Yeah, both are regulars here. Or, yeah,
Yeah,
they play these tournaments rather regularly. Two decent protesses. Let's hope they can change my opinion about PvP. I mean, to be fair, last week, 2 weeks ago, I think 2 weeks ago,
2 weeks ago.
we did see some quite exciting PvPs,
Oh yeah.
and I'm hoping we can get the same tonight.
Yeah, I definitely got my wish 2 weeks ago. I was really hoping for some crazy PvPs and I got my wish, so let's see if the CSO Cups can keep that spirit going and we can get some really crazy PvPs.
Yeah, let's hope so. I also think that this week might be the worst record we have of announcing the games. As in, each time we said we'll cast this series, we casted another one.
Oh yeah.
So that's so far a 0%.
I mean, as long as it's good games, I'm not
Yeah.
too concerned. I mean, we got it wrong
Who
the
cares?
last one, and look how great that series turned out to be. So let's hope this one doesn't disappoint either.
I sure hope so as well. I also hope that the lobby's starting at some point.
I mean, we are in lobby and waiting for the player, so yeah, I'm not too sure what's going on, but yeah, as you said, two regulars. I think I can call them regulars to the CSO Cup. I mean, they're very familiar to myself, and it's good to see them going head to head in the semis here.
Yeah, I agree.
One a GM, one a master, but I mean, these two players are relatively close. Zyomech's actually the first seed for this tournament. Did you know that?
Yeah, I did.
Wow. I've just checked and just rather impressed by that. But
Yeah, we had for Yumi sign up, but he didn't check in, so that first seed went to Zyomech.
I think if Cristiano was here, he definitely would have had first seed.
Yeah, but he isn't.
Do you know how many tournaments he won last year? Can you check?
Enough.
Enough. Enough. He was on quite a streak there. Should have called it the what were they calling they called it the Big Gabe Open, the ESL Open, because Gabe was just winning all of them. That's pretty much how it felt for the CSO Cup with
Yeah,
Cristiano.
the Cristiano Cup.
Yeah, I mean it was. He was just winning them left, right, and center.
It was a little crazy. Looks like right now he's taking a bit off time off the CSO Cups. Perhaps other tournaments as well, I'm not sure.
I mean, but you heard the countdown, so looks like we're pretty much getting into this PvP finally. And I mean, let me introduce the first player, spawning in the bottom left-hand corner with the orange Protoss probes, playing for Team Haswitz, Mindel, VK. Team
And his opponent, at least the clan, is familiar from Cristiano. So also from Blazer, the blue Protoss is Zymek. Please don't disappoint me, PvP.
I don't think we're gonna be disappointed. I don't think so. I'm here, GX. Don't worry. I get the crazy PvPs. At least I hope this time around. I mean, Zymek sending out this probe. It's obviously just gonna do a little bit of scouting against.
Yeah, not a cannon rush, unfortunately. That's a little late. Also built the wrong starting structure.
Yeah. For a cannon
Must have
rush.
been on accident.
Yeah. No cannon rushes this time. But I mean, so far, both players going for the same build. Pretty much exact timings as well. 2 gates into the core. Zymek with the first little bit of harassment on the mineral line here. But Mindel's sending over a probe of his own. Just gonna scout and see, okay, well, we're doing the exact same things, but pretty much exactly the same timings. If you look at the production bars, man, I mean, those things are milliseconds apart from both of them.
Yeah.
So
Actually, cannon rushes in PvP are quite insane.
yeah,
They never work out because your opponent will also build a forge and cannons,
yeah,
and then you have a cannons to standoff effectively. But it's quite insane to watch.
yeah. I mean,
So I don't know if you have a best of 15 or something.
yeah, it's definitely
might
gonna
throw
be
that in.
something. Yeah, I mean, both players opening Stalker Sentry, so Mindel, yeah, you definitely don't want to be losing your probe there. Hey, and as I say that, Zymek loses his probe, and then be a cancelled pylon. And is it?
Yeah, it is.
Eventually. Do you think he
It
lets it
is
finish?
to let that finish.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it would have survived like 5 more seconds.
Yeah, but I mean, it's both players going Stalker Sentry into Sentry, so there'll be a lot of hallucinations coming out here, and I like it. Neither player, or both players, looking to get as much information as they possibly can from the other end. Yeah, I mean, even the hallucinations are exactly the same time, and that's so good. Yeah, both players looking to get as much information as possible, and not looking to dart to anything too cheeky or something out of the ordinary. And yeah, I mean, both players going Templar Archives, and no real deviation. I mean, Mindel's got his forge on the way, so there's going to be going for an early +1. But yeah, there we go. Zymek starts his own forge. So these players playing the exact same game so far, and we'll see if there's any real deviation or if it's just going to be brute force headbutting, which would be cool to
I'd enjoy
watch
that.
as well. Yeah. I mean,
If
I'm
they're
keen.
not deviating at all, would be quite interesting to watch. Well, we've got +1 from And VK a little earlier than Diamec because the Forge was earlier.
Yeah. But
So
both players
far,
going
no.
blink. Yeah.
I think this is the first deviation. Is Diamec not building a shoot battery,
Yeah.
if you can call it a deviation.
Yeah.
Oh, here you go, Robo.
Yeah. Now I mean, now I expect Zymek to throw down a robo. You getting a robo? I'll get a robo. But I mean, still no robo here on the side of Zymek. So, um, yeah. I mean, supplies are pretty much even. Build orders up until the robo. Um, Up until that one shield battery, they were pretty much identical.
Yeah. So that Robo quite a bit later. However, Zion Max expansion is a little earlier.
Yeah, so, I mean, not...
And now we're on... Everyone has the same again.
Yeah, back to square one.
Except, well...
A little bit
we're
later,
a little more early, of course, because the Robo's earlier.
Yeah. But, I mean, this is... It's definitely ramping up to be a banger of a game. Obviously, it's a bit slower than what you'd like, GX, but...
Yeah.
I'd like to see how these players control the same army differently, and see how they like to put their own individual flair on the same units. And I think that's going to be an interesting thing to look out for in this game one of this first semi-final that we're casting. Yeah, I mean, this hallucinated Phoenix just going around the main base of Zymek, and just getting a full scout on. +2 for Mindel is quite a bit earlier. Well, I mean, there we go, I'll say that, and Zymek fires it up immediately, but yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing when these players actually decide they're going to pull the trigger and do a little bit of harassment. Zymek with a warp prism, so I mean,
I like the scouting pylon.
yeah, yeah.
Mindel VK will be aware that something's coming, while Ziomek doesn't really have any map presence so far. Right, I say that he's moving out with his army.
Yeah, I mean, a war prism to reinforce with, which is really cool.
And will be scouted by the observer in the bottom left of the screen now.
Yeah, I mean,
Once it arrives, but it's also unscouted until now.
Yeah, now Mundul knows something's on the way, and there's a lot of stalkers here for Zymek. Mundul does have that immortal, good guardian shield there, but Mundul, and we'll see if he can hold.
I like these force fields a lot.
Yeah. Oh, and the blink
They've
away.
been really nice for Zymek.
7 more
Keep
stalkers.
immortal.
8 more stalkers warping in here for Zymek, and yeah, there's big fights happening before +2 on either side, so even upgrades.
Yeah, and this is an advantage for Zymek because Mindel's +1 would be faster.
Loses the immortal there, and the probes, I think, just not pulling back, getting pulled in time, and I think Zymek with just too many stalkers here right now. Another reinforcing warp in there for Mundel, but I don't think that's going to be enough to take out all these stalkers of Zymek.
Yeah, and especially since Zymek now has way better production. +1 will finish for Mindel, but which units will it have? Yep, none.
Yeah, +2 is almost done there, and that's just not going to be done in time to have any sort of impact on the game. And yeah, I mean, that's just going to be GG. Zymek going quite heavy on the stalkers there, and I think he did use that shield battery overcharge a little bit earlier, and then wasn't able to keep that immortal alive. Zymek pounces on that immortal, and that immortal was getting quite a few shots off. Every shot that immortal hit, those stalkers were going down into the orange or yellow, and picking off that immortal, I think, really helped Zymek snowball that fight. Yeah, I mean, let's see. Like I said,
Let's see indeed.
it's It was a slow start to the game, but like as I was saying, it would be good to see these two players butt heads. And Zymek comes out on top there with opting to go for the less tech heavy route, getting a War Prism instead of an Immortal out of that Robo. Getting the less tech heavy route and going for the reinforcing option. And Mass Blink Stalker seemed to work.
Yeah, indeed. Indeed.
As we have spawning in the bottom left hand corner. Once again with the orange Protoss probes playing for Team Hasu, it's Mindel VK.
And the top right, the blue Protoss. For Blazer, he is Zyomech.
Yeah. So looks like it's gonna be a gateway scout here from Zyomech. Mindel not sending out a probe just yet. We'll probably send it out with the second gateway. I think it did the same in game 1. And
You could have expected that. A second gateway.
yep. And so it begins.
Yeah, once again. I mean, the usual PvP start.
Yeah, both players going 2 gate into Gorn.
Oh, I'll be right back.
And nothing exciting happening at all. I was going to say nothing particularly exciting, but nothing exciting at all. A little bit of SCV harass, not SCV, probe harass here from Zyomech. Oh, no, not really a probe, just chilling here. Not really doing anything. Both players going gateway upgrade on the way, and only real deviation. Mindel going Stalker Sentry and Zyomech going Stalker Stalker. As I said, apart from this, nothing really happening. Mindel looks like he's going to try to drop down a pylon, but the probe blocking that little rampers. Both players do exactly the same thing. And both players going for a pylon block as well, so Mindel's gets cancelled sooner than Zyomech's. But Zyomech going for a Stargate this game. Ooh, it's going to be interesting. It's a really early Stargate in comparison to Mindel's. Sitting on 3 gates at the moment and no real tech changes right now. His second Nexus is down quite a bit faster than Mindel. Mindel does. I think Mindel does have a probe there waiting to drop that Nexus here. Mindel's just trying to bank up some minerals to get that Nexus down, but the Nexus of Zyomech is, I mean, halfway done by the time this Nexus is going to start for Mindel, so...
Terribly sorry, I'm back.
Oh no, welcome. Oh, I think Mindel's attacking his own pylon here, man.
What? Why? Did he block his Nexus?
I think
Oh no!
I think he might have blocked his own Nexus there. I
Oh
mean,
no!
that probe's been chilling there and waiting to throw down a Nexus, and I don't think he was able to. The Nexus of Zyomech was halfway finished here by the time Mindel wanted to build his
Yeah,
Nexus.
now it is finished.
Yeah. And
This is big.
yeah, and Zyomech's gone for a Stargate. He's got an Oracle coming into the natural now of Mindel VK. He's just gonna see how late this Oracle is. How late the Nexus is. Zyomech spots that now with this Oracle. Sees how late that Nexus is, and yeah, this proxy pylon. I wonder if it's gonna be a Stargate. Oh, it's just gonna be another gate. Proxy again. Oh, I think Mundell's nose is behind after blocking.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a Void Ray on the way here.
Around with his army.
Yeah. I do like the fact that Mundell's blink is so much faster than Zyomix. So, his stalkers are going to be really, really mobile. But, yeah. It's going to be a tag there from the Oracle. Just gets a tag on the army of Mundell. And, yeah. Oh, is that Oracle going to scout the proxies? No, it's not. Oh,
No, no.
he was on the way and then he just
Yeah, it
turned
was
west.
somewhat close.
But, yeah, that was really unfortunate there for Mundell blocking his own Nexus. I mean, as it stands, he's...
Oh, the Oracle.
Ooh.
Oh, it goes down.
Wow. And as it stands, Mundell's the only one with blink stalkers at the moment, so have a look at the units. It's 13 stalkers
Yeah,
and a sentry.
He's behind in economics. Kills that damn cleaning bot.
Yeah.
And then tries to make something happen.
Oh.
Unique is quite powerful. That battery has an overcharge available, but the Nexus does not have the energy.
Whee!
Also, the battery is nearly dead.
Yeah, I was gonna say Mundell definitely needs to take that battery out.
And he does. Now it's Blink Stalkers versus in 15 seconds Blink Stalkers. Yep, there we have Blink on the right side.
Yeah, I mean, Mundell still hasn't used his double gate to reinforce here yet, so he's only using the stalkers yet with the initial push and gets 5 probes. Zymek really needs to hold on here. He's got the tech advantage, and if he can just hold, I think he's in a really good position, but Mundell's putting quite a bit of pressure.
Yeah, and we're once again in a situation where we're saying he has to hold, but can he? This... Now it's just Stalkers versus Stalkers, and it's really close in numbers. Some reinforcements joining in, which will turn the tides a little.
Yeah, Mundell did a good
favor.
Mundell did a good job there, blinking forward for the Immortal and the Void Ray. So really taking that DPS out of Zyomek's army, but yeah, I think Mundell's not looking to overextend here. If he overextends here, this is his tournament life on the line, and he's going to decide to go back home.
We also have the Nexus, which has taken a bit of damage, which could become relevant. Doesn't need to, but could.
Mundell is up in probes as well. It's only 3 probes, but he is up in probes. Very strange pylon position with that.
Yeah, I think he can scout the base, maybe? Not quite, but he will scout movements at the base.
Yeah, you can scout the timing of that Nexus.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
that's really nice.
Yeah, that's just really nice to know that your opponent's expanding and not spending the 400 minerals on army units coming across the map. So
yeah, he probably knows that he can expand himself.
Yeah. Let's not block this one.
Probably do so. He does have the minerals now. But Zyomech is making his way across the map.
Yeah, I mean, Mundell's got... Yeah, I thought those were adepts. Mundell's got a couple of adepts. Just shade into the natural. They get 5 probes.
6 probes?
Wow.
Oh no more focus fire. But that moment, the adept died. War has begun.
Whee.
Immortal. Oh.
That's so good. Such a nice Guardian Shield this, man. I mean, the Guardian Shield mitigating some of that ranged attack damage. I don't think we acknowledge how good a good Guardian Shield does. Having that sentry in the middle
Minder he's dealing bits of damage. It's not really a lot. And he didn't build the third base. So he once again is a bit behind and needs to make something happen. This is 2 of his gates down.
Oh, blinks in. You're gonna target
Oh,
down
that's nice.
the
If he takes
natural
down the Nexus, and he
yep.
does, told you it would
And a
become
recall out.
relevant.
Yeah. Right decision that. 2 stalkers for the natural nexus. I mean, that's not even bases in Mindle's turned down his 3rd nexus, so.
Oh, cancels it.
Okay.
I think he saw the army move out with his observer here and thought, hey, nope, I need those manuals. And he does. That's definitely the right call.
He hasn't warped in any units though, so it looks like I think.
And oh no, oh no, oh no.
Yeah.
Looking at this, the game might be over. Unless Mindle can pull a miracle. There's an immortal in the back for both of them. Obviously, shield battery is giving Mindle a good home advantage.
Yeah. 3 shield
So I'm
batteries.
making sure there's no bases.
There's
And
a
meanwhile, Zealot run by, distracts Zyomech, and the army is moving home.
wow.
He doesn't have recall anymore. Oh no.
The cannon goes down. Oh, only two probes land up going down. Mindle has a probe in the top left-hand corner, which I thought he was going to use to do a very cheeky nexus there. I mean, he cancelled his 3rd and sent that probe north. I thought he was going to do the nexus, but that's pretty much the time when Zyomech was knocking on his door, so.
Yeah, right. Stream might be down. Could you check?
Oh, yeah. Very strange. I don't know why this is happening. Stream's down. Yeah, I really have no idea. It's back though.
That's good.
Yeah, Zyomech gonna clean up these gateways.
Yeah, I don't think he will succeed.
Oh, he's gonna try.
I imagine Mindle WK might try to repower them. Yes, he does. That's not gonna happen.
We're definitely not gonna happen. Even gets a kill on that pylon. That wasn't a cancel. I mean, as this game goes
that
on,
is nice, but Mindle bought himself some time. There's a 3rd base on the way now. The natural did get rebuilt.
and with this upcoming push here, Mindle is gonna be up an upgrade. He's currently up 2 right now.
And this disruptor could be big. No, it gets taken out. Also, those stalkers could have blinked away.
Ooh.
And they will do so.
They do blink in for that 2nd disruptor, so Mindle losing quite a bit of technical units there. But
Yeah, now it's just stalkers and they're so squishy.
yeah, even though he's up an upgrade, it is up an attack upgrade, so he will do more damage, but Zyomech has better numbers, so Zyomech floating a bit of money, building another war prism and +2 on the way.
This observer has been so valuable for Mendel. Now observers will angrily look at each other and units will take them out. Or might. They're not in vision of each other yet. No, they are.
Oh.
May rest in peace. And then we have that cheeky pylon, but that's not a base. Might be a dark shrine.
Might be a Dark Shrine. But I mean, this just looks like
a blocked the base with that pylon, I think.
yeah. I think there's just too much here on the side of Zyomech. He's got
Oh,
my
that's a big disruptor.
never mind.
Oh, that's a big disruptor hit.
One purification nova can
That
really change it, the fight.
Was exactly what he needed right now. I'm still not sure he can
Yep.
deal with all, but it certainly made it possible. Holy shit.
Yeah, a couple charge lots warp in here, and I mean that's gonna take a bit of the heat off of these stalkers. There's a Colossus on the side here of Mindle, and I think Mindle's just gonna clean this up. Or maybe not,
I'm
to
not.
that.
I don't think it's easy.
Yeah, maybe not
He's
to that.
still in trouble, but Zymek has to pull back. Man, that disruptor.
Yeah, that purification nova was so
Holy.
good. And that's
Now
a
I
dead
guess
war prism.
prism even.
Yeah. Wow, I mean,
Let's see what his plans are up here.
yeah, this game's turning out to be quite intense. Quite intense.
No plans apparently.
4 more Archons on the way, as I'm really looking to get quite a bit of HP into his army and make his army quite a lot more durable. That purification over, man. I still can't get over it.
Yeah, me neither.
That was so good. Really nicely done there by Mindle. The one zealot
One
run by.
zealot. And it got 2-3 probes.
Wow.
That's been worth it already.
Wow.
Heh.
Nicely done. Nicely done. +3 on the way for Mindle. As
Yeah, +2 did finish up for Zymek. So let's see when he decides to get +3. And we have a Dark Shrine, but from Zymek and not from Mindle. That pylon's still unused.
interesting. Both players up to 4 bases now. And yeah, everyone seems to have calmed down a little bit. Zarmek's gonna send out a couple zealots on a run bar. Well, I'd say a couple, there's 9 that he's sending out for a run bar.
That's quite a few indeed.
Yeah, is Zarmek taking quite a hefty supply lead here. He's up 8 workers at the moment, and the rest of the supply lead is in army.
Even takes us 5th base.
That upgrade for Mindle, is that the Gravatic drive boost? I mean, that's the War Prism speed, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, let's see. Both players staying at home and taking up and not trying to overextend and die. Really just looking to max out or looking to amass some sort of army that they think can't be toppled before they move out. And this game seems to have slowed down to a walk.
Blizzard, fix your freaking game. Let me click on the units that's they're warping in. Where are the Dark Templars? Here they are.
Wow, this is actually turning out to be
Stand up.
quite a serious Zealot DT
Yeah.
congregation here at the 9 o'clock position. I mean, Mindle just sent a hallucinated Phoenix on the right hand side of the map, so he knows that that's where the army of Zymek is.
But does he know about this run by which Zymek is just waiting to move in?
Yeah, he's really looking to
Pull the army out of position and then bam, this base is very exposed.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's 3 cannons and a shield battery, so yeah.
That's like 20 stuff.
Oh, and the
Heads up, I'm not sure he knows about the Dark Templar, but that doesn't matter, they are cannons. Still,
he'll know about them now.
yeah, he does.
Ooh.
Disruptor's not getting the beautiful hits that he might have wanted, but there are quite a few disruptors.
Wow.
7 or 8. Oh no,
Well,
that's a miss.
yeah, Mindle doing a very good job of keeping himself still in this tournament. I mean, this is game 2, and he's really giving with these disruptors. I really think he stands a chance of cleaning this up and taking us to a game 3. Zymek's gonna pull the trigger, and I don't.
Here come the disruptors. Nope, they get picked up. These phoenixes are so good against them.
Yeah, one purification nova does go off, but I mean, Zymek's pushing in here. Is there a shield battery overcharge here for Mindle VK?
No, there isn't. He used it to defend his 3rd against the run die, so that can't have recharged already. It will be in a few seconds.
Yeah, defensive warping of some charge loss coming from the north side. They're buying Mindle some time, but I think Zymek might just have too much with 3
All the
mortars
disruptors
here.
have gone down, and this Colossus is the only technical unit in Mindle's army. Whereas there are still 3 Immortals and a few Archons for Ziomech. And I think this is it. It is.
Wow.
Ziomech moves on into the finals. GG, well played.
Yeah. Mendel saying good luck next. So
Yeah. Beaten this time.
wishing Zarmek all the best in the finals. Looks like Zarmek's gonna take on Acheron in the finals, so
Yeah. And Mendel will play against Geralt in the...
bronze match playoff, the 3rd place playoff.
Yeah. Now, this is the one correction, the one prediction I'm 100% certain. The next game is gonna be the grand finals. We could, knowing my luck, we could have a player forfeit. So I'm not gonna say the players' names, but it's gonna be the grand finals, and we're gonna have it in just a minute. See you then.
The swarm brought ruin to our world. Our proud people became refugees. And yet, they could not shatter our unity. For we are bound by the Kala, the sacred union of our every thought and emotion. Today, we retake our homeworld, and with it, we retake our homeworld. We retake our home. We retake.
Victory. Get over. Choose your destiny. Flawless victory. Fight! Finish him.
Excellent. Cyrax. Sector. Smoke. Motaro. Jade. Kitana. Scorpion. Sub-Zero. Sonya. Jax. Marina. Johnny Cage. Raiden. Kung Lao. Reptile. Come on. You can. Simmer down. Ermac. Shiva. Rain. Moon Silent. Shao Kahn.
The swarm brought ruin. our world. Our proud people became refugees. And yet, they could not shatter our unity. For we are bound by the Kala, the sacred union of our every thought and emotion. Today, we retake our homeworld. And with it, we retake our homeworld. We retake our home. We retake.
Hello everybody. Nope, wrong one again. Hello everybody and welcome back to CSO Cup 38. We've unfortunately had a player pull out of the finals, that player being Acheron, and so it's been decided that Geros, the semi-final win, would be overturned and Geros would then find himself a place in the final. So what we have for you is a finals cast. GX, you were right, we were casting the finals. No, you didn't make any player predictions, which is probably good.
Yeah, because it would have been wrong again.
We've got Geros versus Zyomech, so let's kick this one off. We've got a TVP spawning in the bottom left hand side with the blue Protoss probes playing for Team Blazer. It's Zyomech.
And his opponent in the top right, Jaros. Which clan is that?
Ex-alien.
Alien Esports.
Is it? Nice.
Alright. Oh, look at that banner.
Oh yeah.
It says the name on it.
Silly me.
So still 8 TVP, but the Terran got switched.
Let's see if let's see how Geros fares against Zyromek, who actually played really well in the last game. Yes, it was PvP, but still played really well. So this probe's going to be a little bit annoying, blocking, delaying the CC as much as possible.
Yep, did a reasonable job. And his Nexus is now healthily a good bit ahead.
Yeah, let's see how this game unfolds.
Well, luckily it's not another PvP. Even though the last PvP, especially the last map, was very exciting. And it... My hope in PvP is slowly but surely coming back.
DTs and mass phoenixes.
My faith. That's the word I was looking for.
DTs and mass phoenixes. That for me. Oh, I like the skin. Oh. I really like the skin of these Marines.
Being on low graphics, I can't completely admire them.
Looks good, man. Looks really good.
I'll check on the stream.
Eventually, when the game shows on stream.
Yeah.
I seem to have missed that cue. But yeah, I mean, I was gonna say those supply depots really need to get up if these Marines are gonna commit that far into the
Oh, they're
map.
just walking across. Hello.
Yeah, I mean this adept shade,
Jeros.
the adept shade actually shades a little bit past the Marines and
Oh, that one Marine. I would really like to see getting microed back. Oh. Adept falls already.
Nice target fire there by Zyromek, picking off that low HP Marine. These Marines are going to get in here and they're going to start to get two SCVs. Get two probes.
Shoot batteries now though.
Yeah.
It's not in. Oh, now it is in range.
Ooh, 5 probes.
5 probes, that's okay though.
I think that's an okay trade. 5 probes and an adept for 6 Marines, I think it was 6 Marines?
Yeah,
I mean,
6 Marines.
yeah,
and 2 Hellions, but the Hellions... well, I think they died as well.
Yeah, I mean that's not too bad. On the side of Geros. Geros got 2 Widow Mines in the medevac heading across the map as well as Zyromek takes his 3rd base. His 3rd base location is going to give Zyromek the heads up that there is a medevac with Marines map. No, Geros is going to change direction and come from the north side, so we'll see if these Widow Mines can get some juicy hits.
I think that's better for Zyromek actually. Oh no!
Wow, feels bad. It's really not the angle you want to be going in with your medevac right across the main on the broad side of the high ground there. So unlucky there for Geros.
I think the medevac going north was advantageous in 2 ways for Zyromek. 1, he obviously immediately caught it, but 2, his base is not yet scouted.
Yeah, remains unscouted.
And remains that way. There's a 2nd medevac. If you don't succeed at first, try again.
Yeah, it's Geros taking a page out of Maru's book and just going to do Widow Mine drop after Widow Mine drop after Widow Mine drop, and I mean after the 5th or 6th one going down, you eventually get some damage from it.
Yeah, and here there are no Stalkers. He might get lucky. Let's see the reaction time. Nope. Stalkers are there immediately. Probes getting pulled.
Ooh.
Mines still getting 5 kills.
And I mean, the armory on the side of Jeros means his mines remain cloaked while burrowed after
All
firing,
right.
so
Observer is there now, though.
yeah, it's gonna be cleaned up.
Ah,
Nice. Nicely done. Yeah, I mean, Protoss up to 3 bases. The Terran on to Thermal Lance on the way with +1. Colossus as well, so Zarmek really setting himself up for a good mid game here. Does he only have the one robo? Yeah, he's only got the one robo, which is fine for now. I mean, you only on 59 probes, but I mean, oh, even the bunker salvage. Jeros is really looking to get as many minerals as possible. He's looking to move across the map and do some damage here. Combat shields almost done, +1 as well, almost done. Stim and concussive shells have also been completed, so yeah, Jeros moving across the map. We'll see exactly how much damage can get done. No third base on this location here. I think Jeros might have been anticipating it. This observer, though, definitely giving Zymek the heads up that this army is looking to push forward. Some boys pulled with this as well, so actually it looks like all the boys are being pulled with this push here from Jeros.
oh wow. There will be a lot of dead SCVs in a second, and these Colossus pulling in some serious damage.
Thermal Lance, such a good upgrade. And I mean, these SCVs and Marines all getting healed up here by the Medivacs, but yeah, let's see what this push actually has in store. Can Jeros do the damage he really needs to get done? 'Cause I don't think there's a third CC here for Jeros. No, he's only got 2 orbitals, so no third CC yet. There's no real or hallucinated Archon as well. I like that add-on. Oh, there was a hallucinated Archon.
And this, these zealots putting in so much work,
Well, I mean,
pushing back this Terran force.
yeah, the Colossus do end up going down with another big warping at home for Zarmek. I think Zarmek might have enough to hold on here with no more tech units here. Let's have a look at the units tab. There's 2 sentries, a Colossus that's been chrono boosted out now. A couple more charge lots being warped in as well. So Zarmek, there's the Guardian Shield. Pretty good Guardian Shield until the Stalkers blink out of range. But you know, I think Zarmek's done a really good job at holding this, and here come the rest of the boys. Gonna get thrown into the meat grinder here. It's looking to soak up the Zealot charges. The Colossus does pop, and this is going to be the last ditch effort here by Jeros. Yeah, that's yeah.
GG.
I was about to get into that, and GG gets called by Jeros, and Zymek gonna take the first map here in our grand final. Let us see what Jeros can bring to game 2. Yeah, I mean, I don't think he did anything particularly wrong there. I think obviously the first Widowmine drop was really unfortunate, and that's just a bad choice of where you're going to boost in from. Not really knowing where the army of Zymek was, and sort of really hoping that it was out of position, which it wasn't. And so he didn't really get too much done with the Widowmine drops. And yeah, I mean, apart from that, yeah, exactly what I thought. Um,
Yeah, next map will be Russian Berlin.
yeah, Berlin Grad or Berlin Rad. It's the dog map. Either way, it's the dog map. That's how I remember it.
Yeah.
It's the dog map. Woof woof. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, nothing. Let's
All
see.
right.
No, I was still on about the fish, man. Still on about the fish. Let's kick this one off. Spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Berlin Grad. Oi, that's a dead doggy with the with the blue Protoss probes. Play for Team Blazer at Zyomech. How did that doggy just spontaneously combust, man?
I'm not sure.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
Oh,
Like.
wow.
Anyways,
Anyways,
his opponent in the top left. Let's see if that dog here. Is hello?
no?
Don't go away. Don't go away. It's Jaros. And his dog.
And his dog. Zyomech must be a cat man.
This
Yeah.
one did not spontaneously combust.
Yeah,
Alright.
but I mean that it really did spontaneously combust. I'm right.
Yeah,
Eh? I'm not seeing
I need to
things.
catch that on the stream again.
Yeah, I hope so. I'll definitely be going back to the replay for that. Wow, that was strange.
It also sounded like a splash or something. Like
Yeah, like a literal.
it exploded out of nowhere.
Yeah, very strange. Hmm. Blizzard, fix your game. There's nothing wrong. Just give us new maps, man.
I mean, that might be a feature of the Russian dogs.
Maybe. Right, let's see. I mean, exactly the same thing happening this map as to last map, so nothing really out of place. All the buildings are being built at home so far. And the dog is still alive. One of them. Shame, man. Feels bad now. Ah! It's not.
It's walked into the fog of war.
What's fallen down is great.
Yeah, let's hope it didn't.
Shame. Poor dog. Now I'm
Not sure you
concerned,
can
man.
survive that if you're not a Reaper.
Now I'm concerned. What's going on with this map, man? Animal cruelty.
Maybe they all drank enough too much vodka.
Maybe. It's Berlin Grad.
I mean, now I'm at the point where I'm getting racist, so I should probably stop.
Vodka. Oh, I'm so sad you can't see the skin, man. The skin looks really cool. I don't even know what skin it is, but it looks really cool. Yeah, see them face. You can even see their little faces. I can see their little face.
Hey.
That's pretty cute. They've actually like zoomed in on units before. Nothing really exciting happening, dude.
It's fun to zoom in on units.
Yeah, I mean,
Not so easy if they're moving, but
yeah, this adept gonna get caught by
will
the
die a horrible death.
Oh yeah. Oh. Nice.
Boom.
Nice. That was not spontaneous.
Yeah.
That was very
That was
much
rather
forced.
predictable.
But yeah, I mean, Jeros still going for a lot of Marines pretty early on. This isn't a 3cc build, so
Yeah, I actually think that the depth dying was a good thing for Thyme. Because he scouted these 6 Marines and he will be like, oh, yep, I've seen that before.
yeah, definitely should be aware that from the last map and this one that Jeros is gonna sacrifice his units across map. These 2 stalkers are actually coming out to meet these Marines. Yeah, there we go. Ooh. Be good to see him take that 1 injured Marine back. But 4 stalks is definitely going to be enough to clean this up, as it looks like Jeros is doing the exact same thing. He's sending a medvac across here, which I'm pretty sure has Widow Mount in it. And or does it have a tank?
That's a tank and Marines.
And 4 Marines, yeah. So Jeros definitely looking to to bring the heat here.
Oh, yeah, he's just dropping the tank on the high ground
Yep. I mean, blatantly
and
saying
going for it.
we will fight here. Oh,
Tank
this,
doesn't get a single shot, but it allows the Marines to clean up these stalkers
yeah.
quite heavily. Probes getting pulled. Might be able to push this back. At what cost, though?
Ooh.
Actually, not at that big of a cost.
Yeah, I mean, there were 2 SCVs brought with this army to repair that tank, and they just barely didn't get there. I mean, this tank's gonna siege up, and these stalkers do have blinks, so I think Zyrmek's in a pretty good position here. He's... Can you cancel that shield battery? Yeah, I think he did.
Yep. Might have needed the money for something else. Oh, builds it further back.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I was pretty certain I saw a Viking with this army. Yeah, Jeros, yeah, he's gonna move the tank a bit forward, but now there's an Immortal out on the side of Zyrmek, and I really think Zyrmek's starting to get the tools he needs to hold this defense, but with the landed Viking, I mean, the DPS here on the side of the Terran with the second tank joins in. Well, nah, never mind. Zyrmek's in a good position. He's going to clean this up, and yeah, he's really going to push Jeros all the way back. Wow, feels bad here for Jeros, losing his army.
Yeah,
No stim,
that's quite a few losses.
no stim, no
the
guardian
retreat.
shields. Those Marines are just easy pickings for the Blink Stalkers, and that's really unfortunate. The supplies pretty much dead even now, apart from 2 workers and 1 army supply. They're pretty much even supply, and both players doing a little bit of damage to the other side, and now they're just gonna sit back and tech up, it seems. Robo Bay on the way, the Robotics Bay on the way, and a Forge on the side of the Protoss. Probably gonna be for Colossi again. +1 stim and combat shields all starts at the same time for Zyrmek, so for Jeros. So a landed Viking's just gonna waltz into the Protoss base here, and
Whole position on these probes, not sure that was the right hotkey.
I mean, okay,
That's interesting.
yeah,
But it did do a lot of damage.
yeah, 4 probes.
Because... Yeah, I also meant the probe attack.
Yeah, nice.
Just let
round
them
on
all
that
shoot at
Viking.
once.
Mm.
It can do a surprising amount of damage. Some boys getting pulled again? Okay, no, they're just going the third.
Yeah, it's not long
Well,
distance.
now Mech might already be thinking about a 4th. If you must zoomed in on the Stalker.
No.
They actually have a face. This one
Really?
is moving, you can't really see it.
Oh wow, yeah, they do.
Quite funny.
Yeah, I mean, Jeros is moving across the map here. Looks like Jeros actually wants
Yeah,
to get
that might
aggressive.
be more important than zooming in on the units.
No, I mean, the faces are important.
I don't know the people behind the game.
Yeah, I mean, Jeros is gonna break down these rocks here and open another path into the third base of Zyrmek. I like the addition
Yeah,
of the
2
two.
hallucinated Archons immediately gone. Well, one of them is.
Yeah. I like the fact that Jeros is positioned up here on the high ground. It's really a nice place to be. He's going to move around to where you said Zyrmek was thinking about taking a 4th base, and looks like Zyrmek's going to pull the trigger here before these tanks siege up. The tanks do finally siege. 3 of them managed to survive and get
Well, not for long though.
Yeah, 1 round of shells off Jeros is... I was going to say, he's going to have to try micro his way out of there. 2 medevacs land up getting out of there. They do lift up 18 units, and
That's quite a few losses though.
yeah. And I think Zyrmek's going to move across the map. The army supplies are still fairly even. I guess quite a bit of that's in production for Jeros. It's not actually out on the field yet.
And it's not really in position.
Yeah.
A bit getting caught up. Immediately lifting the 3rd. SCV's going to 5.
Yeah, and I think Gyros might just have
Able to
enough.
push it back.
Yeah.
Oh, how far is he able to push it?
Wow.
He's just quitting.
Yep. Just quitting. I think he sees the warp prism there
Yeah, just warping in.
of Zarmek warping in, and I don't think he can hold that. Zarmek actually has some really good target fire on the medevacs. I noticed that in that last game, his target fire from his stalkers on the medevacs is actually really, really good.
Yeah.
Sort of saying, well, if you're going to commit to this, I'm going to make sure that you can't get out. You can't just lift up and leave while these stalkers shoot at the Marines, and Marauders sort of cuts off the retreat and says, well, either you have to commit to this or you're going to have to leave something behind. Which I think is really, really nice. It's a nice touch to see from Zymek saying, you know, if you want to fight, well, then we're going to fight now. Not, you're not going to have a little bit of a poke and then get out, and then have a little bit of a poke and get out. It's nice to see, and I think those little wins and those that little bit of damage, those kills that he accumulates during the game is really what gives him the advantage. Ooh.
Yeah, now we'll need to see if...
Gyros can bring it back. I mean,
Yeah.
this is game 3 and we are on Blackburn, so I mean, let's get right into it. Spawning in the bottom left hand side. On match point, the blue Protoss probe from Blazer, it's Zyomech. Ooh, nice.
Getting fancy with the zooms. Watch this in the bottom right. He has to win every single map from now. The yellow Terran is Jaros.
And real fancy, man. Fancy. Nicely done.
And Jaros is
He's
thinking outside of the box.
Yeah, he's bringing it. I'm not sure about this location. I suppose it's really very unlikely to get scouted. So
Yeah. It's not really close. Protoss base. I mean, a Reaper's what you would put here.
yeah, normally that's I've seen proxies.
So it's not Reapers.
Yeah,
Marines then probably.
yeah. I mean, Zymex probe makes it into the main base and he's gonna have a walk around and see. Okay, well the barracks is not there.
Yeah, where is it?
Yeah, is it somewhere else in the main? Does he check this bottom corner? He probably should check the bottom corner. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, he doesn't.
He does not think he's pretty.
But that means he's probably not concerned with it being there.
Yeah.
And expects it to be somewhere else, which is, well, the correct.
Definitely the correct call. And
Yeah.
Zarmek's putting his factory. He's putting all his tech out on the map. Not Zarmek. Jeros putting all his tech out there. He's gone. Barracks factory. There's a reactor on the racks, so yeah, Jeros definitely looking to hit hard and hit early. I don't know how I feel about this. With the ramp going up into the natural, it does really favor the defender. So I do hope that Jeros gets the damage that he's looking for and takes us into a game 4, because Zymek looked really good in that last game. Jeros has all the right tools, but I don't think in that last game he was able to get the DPS or get the damage that he really wanted. So let's see. Oh, that probe sees. I think that probe sees the SCV coming back from building the factory, and so he knows exactly where this.
Yep, and he
where this
finds
box
it.
is.
Oh, yeah, he finds the barracks.
He
He
finds the
doesn't find the factory,
Ooh,
so he assumes it's over.
yeah.
Which is the wrong assumption.
I mean,
I think it's on the gold, or does he want to go to the gold himself?
that's rather.
Okay, no, the probe changed its path.
Yeah, but I mean,
So he's just looking around. Here come the Hellions. They get scouted by the probe.
they're just gonna commit up into the main. One Hellion takes a lot of damage. One Hellion lands.
Oh,
up
gets
going-
killed by the
Wow.
probe. Some nice micro from Dome there. Who has yet to take any damage on the probes.
Yeah.
That was clean. Okay, one probe actually did take damage.
But I mean, Zymek scouts
That
at this.
was clean defense.
Yeah, I mean, he scouts that there's a proxy. He sees the barracks fly home, but still nothing is actually done any damage. He hasn't been harassed by Reapers, no proxy Marines or anything. Knows
This
that.
could get interesting. Okay, no, he unbarrels them. To drop them into the main, I assume? There were 2 more under production, here they are.
Yeah, I mean, there's.
Oh, yep, he scouted.
Drop,
Oh,
drop.
this is not gone out, didn't. Okay, 1.
2.
No, they all made it
yeah,
out.
they all made it
Can't
out.
believe it.
Yeah, I mean, Jeros, getting the Widowmines, and there's no robo, so there's no detection for these Widowmines just yet.
No, that could get dangerous. 1 fired somewhere.
Wow.
Oh,
That's
in the
on the low
natural.
ground, yeah. On the low ground.
There's
natural.
1 here.
Yeah, there's 5 dead probes right here, bang.
Bang.
Yeah, Jeros.
Gone, and these have been pulled again in from the main. Which was the correct call, but they did do some damage.
Yeah. 10 probes going down, so Jeros actually getting some damage, getting some value out of these Widowmines. And another set of Widowmines coming in here. Nice.
1 in the low ground, okay.
Oh, oh.
Oh, that's walking into the natural.
Yeah,
Once again,
oh.
observer now there.
Repositioning of the 1 man. Oh, very nicely done by Zyomech to minimize
I
how.
think 1 walked into the natural, it did. Like,
Well,
that's,
yeah,
yeah,
not
4
bad.
probes again, not too great.
I mean, 14 in total, and the medevac gets out. So, I mean, that's really nice. Medevac's making its way up the left-hand side.
I like the Raven harass, which he's looking to do now. There's a pylon, which will scout the Raven immediately.
Yeah, these stalkers.
Oh, no,
they-
yeah.
That's a dead Raven. Unlucky for Jeros there. I like the idea. I must admit, I do like the idea. Auto turret harass can be really annoying to deal with.
Here is an observer then. Does he see it?
Yep.
Yes, he does.
Boom.
Nicely spotted from Joros.
Yeah. Jeros paying attention to the little shimmer that the observer makes. Which is good to see. Zalmek taking the 9 o'clock base. And Jeros really looking to use all the tools. I mean, he's got Marines, Widowmines, Hellions, a Raven, Medevacs. He has a Banshee doing a bit of damage. Jeros really looking to use all the tools that he has at his disposal.
None are really working though.
Yeah.
Like he's not in a bad position, but it could be better.
Mm.
Zyomech has a 3rd base finishing. I have yet to see a 3rd base start for Jeros.
But let's see if Jeros can get the same army supply explosion that we were seeing out of Acheron earlier. I mean, Acheron 1 minute was on even army supply, and 90 seconds later he's doubling the army supply. I hope Jeros can do the same. He's got quite a bit of production facilities down, and there's another reactor on the way, so I think he is looking to mass up quite a serious amount of army and go across the map and do some damage.
I always get confused by this yellow dot on the minimap.
The random
And then it's the
reactor.
reactor every single time.
Look at
Of course, it can't move. How should it?
Yeah.
Slow motion stalkers are walking through the slow zones.
Colossus on the way with thermal lance, so Zyomech really expecting bio out of Jeros, and I think that's fair. Oh, this observer spots the army of Jeros, and Zyomech gonna start picking away at them. Terran stims forward, gets a bit of damage, but these stalkers are gonna run away. And pick off a few Marines on their way back, so
Yes, some stalkers getting very low.
But I really think that Zymek has a good composition to deal with this. Jeros pulling
Yeah,
the boys
and Barrett
here.
is pulling all the boys again.
Yeah.
He really seems to like that. He's sending him back.
Nope.
That
No.
would be too late now.
Yeah.
You've already committed. You need to go fight in there.
Yeah. But I think Zymek's in a really good position to hold this. I'd like to see him warp in a couple
Yeah,
of
I like the bunkers.
Yeah.
Forcing Zymek to move a little forward, try to deny them, or well, have a bunker in your face.
Yeah. Or give up
Give up
the ramp to your natural.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean the Colossus.
One Colossus.
Yeah.
Well, that means it's exposed.
Yeah. And Thermal Lance is about to finish, which actually gives that added range to the Colossus.
Man, these SUVs on auto repair.
Yeah, adding these bunkers is a really nice addition. You're right, it is. Looks really, really good.
Yeah,
Really?
and he could try to inch forward with the bunkers.
Yeah, really.
He does so with the tanks, which
Forcing
might
the
leave
siege.
him exposed to the stalkers, for example.
Yeah, the Stalkers blink forward. They don't actually pick off that one tank. That one tank's surviving on really low
Yeah.
hit points.
I'd like to see the SUVs repair it. They might be all dead though. No, they're not. Oh, okay. Disrupt the ball, not actually finding a lot. And Zymek now pulls the trigger and goes in. The
Oh.
SUVs blocking each other from going and tanking.
Yeah, I mean,
Also not repairing the tank or anything.
Liberator added in here for Jeros. I really like this
Yeah, that's
position
nice.
for Jeros. He's really wedged himself in
but-
between the.
Not sure if I'd say I like it, but it's not a bad position.
I think it's
Because after all, he pulled many boys. How many does he have at home? I'd like to check, but I won't. Actually, now I can.
8
That's
and
16.
yeah.
16 on the minerals at least. No, he doesn't really have any income.
Well, 2
NG base. Oh man, he's getting fancy. Disruptor balls.
Yeah.
Huge shit there.
Zymek being really patient with this defense. Haha.
And there was Will just GG.
I really thought he was in a good position there, but
He could have tried to fight a little longer maybe. So it wasn't over. I think.
Yeah.
But Zymek was in a very good position, so Jairus
just gonna GG
decides
out.
it's okay. Well played to the Zymek. Which will give Zymek another win in a CSO Cup, the first CSO Cup of this year, regular CSO Cup. That is.
Yeah. CSO Cup 38 in total. These numbers are really starting to add up, and it's really good to see.
Yeah. So then, it's Zymek first, Jairus second, and Mindel VK third.
Yeah.
GG, well played to the players. And with that,
Yeah, I mean that's the conclusion of
time to end the show.
GX. Thanks for joining me this week,
It's been a pleasure as always.
and a big shout out to our players and to Carbot and everyone else involved. I mean, I enjoy hosting these tournaments on behalf of CSO, and yeah, I look forward to doing a lot more in the future. Carbot, big shout out to them for letting us use their videos. There'll probably be more in the next production, so won't only be the one in the cycle, but yeah, and big shout out to you, GX. Thanks for committing your time and doing such great work, dude. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, that's fun. So then, to the viewers, thanks for watching. Make sure to tune in, not tomorrow,
Next
in
week,
2
I think.
weeks maybe. Next week?
Maybe next week. Check out our Twitter page for
Yeah.
updates on when we're gonna do the next event. If it's
Join the Discord server.
Yep.
And,
follow us on social media. Until then, thanks.
See ya.
The swarm brought ruin to our world. Our proud people became refugees. And yet, they could not shatter our unity. For we are bound by the Kala, the sacred union of our every thought and emotion. Today, we retake our homeworld, and with it, we retake our homeworld. We retake our home. We retake.
And one.